foreign healthcare. What is broken, first and foremost, and what becomes possible under your leadership?
So the complaint in South Africa is a whole bunch of foreigners of influxing legally and illegally, and they stressing the system of Johannesburg's hospital, let alone the country. That is true. Now our taxpayers, which is us, is paying for the foreigners who are not paying their tax to get all those benefits, and sometimes to the disadvantage of a lot of times to disadvantage of South Africans. So I'm like, guys, it takes no genius. I took a calculation and said we'll spend between 200 and 300 million of probably the profits that we get from wherever, probably Joburg Market or someplace. The Joburg Market makes a billion.
Yeah.
Right? A billion rands. And take that and build a hospital over a couple of years. Now, what happens is that what I want to do is that actually split it in three ownerships, right? So private ownership, 33%, government, 33%, and also international ownership, 33%. Then what happens with that is that we take employment at 70-30, making the employment of 30% to the international or non-South Africans, and then South Africans having a 70% employment. We're talking about thousands of employments almost instantly. And then what would happen is that instead of giving one big firm to make sure that they built the entire thing and catch that monopoly all over again and capture, what we do is making sure that we get an experienced group of people to build, right? Different versions of them, and make sure that a lot of small SMMEs are involved. They are involved. Yes, they would have to go through the BE process, and that's more of a national problem. But I'd make sure myself that I have multiple businesses involved and they have a stake. And they're making sure that a lot of employments happen. Yes, after the building is done, that employment is gone, but at least a few people are enriched. But permanently speaking, people will have jobs. Now, what happens is that how do we maintain that hospital? Is it through taxpayers' money? No. What happens is that we ask the peoples that if you'd like to have your services, pay a funeral cover or a medical aid type of scheme set up to say, look, pay 500-600 rand, whatever it is per month per person. And if you'd like to add a family, you add a couple of hundreds, and making sure that a lot of people pay into the system so that if anyone gets sick, you are medicated, you have the medicine, you're not stressing the system. Actually, the hospital is making profits to maintain itself, and that tax money goes right back into the city. That's what I would do. The crazy part is, how did nobody think about that? Because it takes no genius to get that done.
Okay.
So yes, it's to alleviate Johannesburg of its stress and make tons of profit.